Hello, it's Jay here again and welcome to another video. So in this lesson we're in the game manager script. So we are continuing on with the options script. It's just that we need to update this, come back and update the game manager script before we continue. And as we fill out our options script, we will actually be moving around and I will do lessons on different scripts as we update them. So everything ties in nicely with the new options. And if you've followed my other tutorial, yes, I am reusing some of the code. I'm still trying to make this one as different as possible where I can. So for those of you that's followed the other series, at least I can give you something a little bit different, some variation in scripts. But yeah, with that said, let's get on and we'll begin updating the game manager script. And I'm going to put this up the top with these two variables for the screen width and height. Now these are all going to be of static float underscore, and we're going to give this naming convention of options header width. And we'll close that off. Let's put that into the comments. And we'll copy and paste that. Obviously we'll change width to height. And we'll do the same for the comments. So yeah, we can copy these two lines. And we're going to say options buttons width. I'll just use button actually. And of course I'll change it in the comment also. I'll just copy one of the lines. Let's paste that in. And we're going to change this to offset. And actually while we're here, because I will need to update the main menu script, I may do that for the next video as well. Not the option script, the main menu script. So I've got to update it anyway, so we might as well get that in place now. So options is going to become main menu button width. And again, I'll just paste that over options. And then I shall tidy up and change the comments also. And I'll just save there for the moment. So we're going to come below the void update and we're going to create a public void of, let's give this a naming convention of update settings, and we'll get the brackets in place. So what's going to happen is every time we change an options in the options menu, it will call this function and this will rescale all the GUI and anything else that's tied to a game setting, or more to the point, the display setting for different resolutions. So with that said, I'm going to come to the Void Awake and I'm going to cut these two lines for the screen height and width. Now we actually created these ints previously, so I'm going to put them into the update settings function. Now, even though this is mainly for updating, we will need to call it once on awake just to make sure everything is scaled properly when the game starts. So let's call that function in the void awake. And now we're going to define the sizing of our buttons, and I am going to make the main menu button slightly larger because the ones I've got look fine in Unity itself in the small window, but look tiny when the game is built and ran. So I'm going to make them bigger, and obviously with this update settings, this should scale correctly to your monitor's resolution. So main menu button width equals screen width divide by 10f. Let's get this into the comments. So we'll say main menu button width equals the screen width, and I'll put divided by, and I'll put equation like I did before. Obviously you could break that line up if you wanted to for commenting. So we're just going to have to paste this in again, and I'm sure you have already guessed the process. We're changing everything from width to height. So these values that I'm putting in, again, as always, they are temporary. I advise you to experiment, find one that suits your particular game, and I'll probably change them when I have more time to actually experiment. So I'm just making the offset equal screen width divided by 200. And with that in place, let's copy those. And we'll paste those in. Obviously, we're going to change those to the options. So let's have a look. So let's have a look. Options. I'll get the header in place, I think. So options header equals screen width divided by 3. So let's have a look at what we need to change in the comments. And of course we'll change the comment here also. So let's change this. So the first one, options button width. Next one is height. And of course the options button offset. So let's have a look. I'm going to change that to 5, 20 and 100. So this time I just need to change this options button and of course let's change that out for the other 2 lines. Okay, I'm going to save that off there. I'm going to leave it here for this video because that's all the updating I need to do for the game manager for now. In order to actually be able to continue on with the options script. So as I said, we'll leave it here for now. As always, I hope you enjoyed this lesson. I hope to see you next time. And until then, as always, bye for now.